evening, welcome to Central News for Tuesday the 18th of October. I'm Hilary Entwistle. In today's news, Cambridge High School student Mitchell Horan has recently returned a champion from the World Water Skiing Championships held in Tenerife on Spain's Canary Islands. Mitchell claimed second place in the junior boys under-17 sections, which was a big improvement on his fourth place in the same event last time in 2011. Mitchell says he is very pleased with the result and is excited to see himself improve even further at the next championships.
My result at the World Champs, I feel we did really good, like with the resources we had available in comparison to Australia, which everyone over there has got at least $1 million in the bank, and I'm here just struggling to get by, essentially. We did really good. We put New Zealand out there. A lot of people had doubted New Zealand. I mean, I was the only one of 2 skiers to go half around the world when Australia sent a full team, so we did really good for what we had.
The Waikato District Health Board has serious concerns about the powerful influence supermarket chains will have on the preparation of local alcohol policies. Under the Sale and Supply of Alcohol Act 2012, local authorities have the opportunity to prepare local alcohol policies which can determine liquor licence issues, such as licence hours of location and location of premises. Waikato DHB Medical Officer of Health, Dr Richard Wall, says lobbyists for the supermarket chains are advocating for supermarkets to be able to sell alcohol for the default maximum hours possible under the Act and not be subject to the same restrictions as other liquor outlets. Dr Wall says that there was no mention in the Act of putting commercial interests above the well-being of the community. A Matamata dry stock farmer was labelled a menace who could have killed people while being sentenced on 4 Maritime Transport Act charges in the Morrinsville District Court this week. The charges related to a series of incidents during a drinking bidge at Lake Karapiro in December 2012. Matthew Dodd was convicted and sentenced to 100 hours community work, 9 months supervision in order to undertake drug and alcohol counselling and a boat safety course as a result of the prosecution brought by the Waikato Regional Council. Now for our region's weather, Hamilton, your Wednesday will have showers with a northwest turning into a southwest. Your expected high is 17 and an overnight low of 5. Tauranga Wednesday will have occasional rain with northerlies dying out. Your expected high is 18 and an overnight low of 7. Just ahead, business students get a hand from mentors. Welcome to Central News on TV Central. Waikato Management School Students Association is a club run by students and aims to help connect students with the business world. After a recent networking event held at Sky City, Ryan West caught up with Harriet to recap on the night and the club's vision for the future.
What is the aim of the Management School Students Association?
So our aim is to bridge the gap between theory and practice. And so we do this by offering students a range of networking events and opportunities for themselves to personally grow and meet other people in the university that's in their same majors or degree fields. So when they come out, ultimately they have a good knowledge base of who's coming out of university from this area, and also what employers are looking for is quite important.
So what businesses do you work with and how do they actually assist the association?
We work with a range of businesses. We have the New Zealand Institute of Chartered Accountants is actually our sponsor, they're our principal sponsor. We also work with the Big Four, so Deloitte, KPMG, companies like that. We, on top of that, we work with small to medium businesses. So for that, we work with Soda Inc. in Hamilton here, and we also work with companies like Devante, if you've heard of them before. So it's a real broad range of companies, and what we do is we specialise in creating events for them that's going to suit their target market. And even if they're not employing people, it's about getting them on campus, showing them exactly what our students have to offer, letting them present to them, telling them a bit about the company, and it's amazing things that spiral from that and what the students gain.
Tell us about your recent networking event that you held at Sky City here in Hamilton.
So we had our recent networking event at Sky City a few weeks ago. We had 130 students there. This was a great opportunity again for students to meet people in industry. We had 50 different people from different companies. So that was a great opportunity for them too to showcase exactly what they have on offer. Even if they didn't have a graduate program, a lot of students came away with internships or summer work, graduate positions even. They're just getting their foot in the door, and it helps them out a lot when they come to that essential interview or shortlisting for the position. Last year we had a person that approached us, a company, and said, I've looked everywhere for the last year and I can't actually find someone that fits my company. Can you help me out? And so we gave him an invite to the networking evening. He attended, and he actually found a person on that night that suited his business, and now they've been employed with them for 6 months, and they were scheduled to come to our last networking evening, but unfortunately they were sick, so they couldn't make it. But it just shows what connections can come out of an event like this.
What sorts of other events do you organise?
So we offer a good range of social and professional events. We understand that our students do like to be sociable too, so we have a graduation breakfast for them and dinner. We also provide opportunity for the management school ball, formal occasion, and we have guest speakers in. We also provide workshops for students to learn and thrive through entrepreneurs in the area and different things like that. So we really offer a diverse package. Obviously we cater to what each company wants, but it really depends. We're sort of like a body that brings in the companies and sort of suits the event around what exactly they require, so it's quite dependent on the company itself.
And who makes up the members of your team?
So we have 16 committee members. We've got a main committee board of 11 directors. So we have several teams within that. We've got a sponsorship team, we've got an events team, we've got a marketing and comms team, and we've also got a financial treasury role with a financial team. We've also got vice president and president and secretary and roles like that. We also have another marketing division, and this is what we do is we partner with the New Zealand Marketing Association, and we're specifically focusing on marketing events for them, and we help them out with membership and things like that. And so it's just providing a greater range of services for our students.
Why do you think it is so important for people studying to begin to network within the industry that they wish to enter before they graduate?
I believe it's essential. Businesses these days are looking for the whole package in students. Once upon a time you could walk out of university and get a job. It's not that easy these days. They're looking for students to have the abilities and the skills to network with a large range of people, because fundamentally at the end of the day, business is all about people and relationships. And so they want the whole all-round package and just the opportunity to meet these students and engage with them, and that's a lot what our events do.
Are there any similar sorts of associations around the country that you know of?
Yes, there are similar associations around the country. They do a wide variety of events. In the future we're hoping to connect with these students' associations and the business schools around New Zealand and provide great opportunities between the universities, different events and things like that, because we really think there's really importance in this whole networking process, and a lot of the people that they'll meet during these times will spiral out and create great opportunities for when they leave, so it's just making that connection.
What are the benefits of students registering with this association or similar associations at other education providers across the country?
I believe there's a lot of benefits. First of all, it's free. We do all the work for them. They turn up, they get free giveaways, they get to meet these people in the industry. It's a perfect opportunity for them. They really need to make the most of the opportunities and engage with industry, yeah, definitely.
And how do you hope to use the experience and the knowledge that you've gained in this role in the future and in the industry that you wish to enter?
Well, fundamentally, as I was saying before, we operate as a business. Our customers are the students, our suppliers are the businesses, and our team is the employer. So we have to work to meet certain budgets, certain timelines. We've got to get the marketing out. So essentially, I've learned a lot of business skills throughout my time and the ability to work for a huge range of people.
Coming up next, cheaper power prices. Welcome back. You may have put your heater away by now, and your electricity bill will hopefully start to decrease. But the debate over electricity supply and prices is not over. It was reported widely through winter that many elderly were the ones to suffer with heating their homes this winter. Bob Thompson from Grey Power Matamata and Zone 3 representative joins me in studio tonight. Welcome to the program, Bob. Tell us about this Grey Power initiative.
Yeah, this is an initiative set up by Grey Power Federation. along with Pulse Energy, and it's called Grey Power Electricity. And its initiative was to provide cheaper power for our membership. And to join's easy. There's an 0800 number to ring, which I can give you in a minute or two. But it's from the initial signing up that we're finding is that people are saving between $20 and $30 a month in their power bill. Now, it doesn't happen to everybody, but it happens to the majority of people. It depends on... We're finding the response has been so great that there are other power companies that are matching the deal.
Really? So other companies are trying to come on board?
Trying to come, well, if I ring a power company, I belong to a power company A, and I've joined Grey Power Electricity, and I tell the other company that I'm swapping companies, they'll match the deal.
So you're almost creating a bit more competitiveness
Yes,
in the...
We are in it. Yeah. But one of the initiatives set up by Grey Power Electricity is that we hold prices for 5 years. No, and if there's a price goes down, you also get the benefit of a price decrease.
Wow.
So it is it's worthwhile considering.
And because you said before off camera that it was initiated about 2 years ago, and power prices were lower then, so now it's even more
It's
neat.
an ongoing process, and with a number of power companies, power retailers, and it's finally bore fruit.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that technological advances have been potentially detrimental to the older generation when it comes to power?
In some respects they have. One of the issues that we have with central government is that they're putting so much stuff online now. And there is a decreasing minority, but there is a quite significant minority out there who don't have access to computers, are technology shy, don't have email, don't have access to the internet. And it's getting less and less, but there's still a significant number out there, and they feel somewhat disenfranchised that they're left out of the information loop.
Because I mean, there's all these internet companies now where you can watch your power increasing by the month, and I suppose you can't do that if you...
No, well, I mean, of course, one of the things they advocate is that you can check online how much power you've used in it. Well, that's fine if you're technological savvy, but most of us in my age group, if you like, we do struggle a bit,
So how do you advocate for members on members' behalf of Grey Power?
Well, Grey Power is non-political. We have no political affiliation. We're not a political party. We're an advocacy group for the aged. And there are issues that we advocate on, both at the council, local level, and at national level. Our federation board meets with central government and all political parties in Wellington on a regular basis. And if there's an issue that is developing within the community, they take the government to task or seek political support from the opposition. And it's very effective. They're well respected by all political parties.
So how do you guys advocate on behalf of your members? Do you get people to write in, or people come to you and say, I'll take that to government?
It does happen that way, but generally speaking, it's a phone call. Either to me personally or to my relative opposite numbers and all the other associations scattered throughout New Zealand. And if enough of people of the same issue crop up, we let our federation know and they take it up as an issue. The board meets, our federation board meets all the time. It's made up of 11 people, and we are represented in our area by Mac Welsh, and they're very strong advocates for the elderly and the issues the elderly face, mostly health issues. The other one is rates, cost of rates, house insurance, and all these things, and they take these to central government. Central government doesn't always respond positively to what we want, but they are certainly made aware of the issues.
And I suppose, as you were saying, the older generation isn't more technically savvy, and this is the way it used to be, isn't it? That we have community meetings.
Yes, yeah.
So it is quite an important organisation.
Yeah. Oh yes. We believe we fill a very important role in a community, where, as I understand it, and found out the other day when talking to Hugh Verco, our outgoing mayor, that Grey Power is much respected by the council. We try to be positive, we're not always negative. We have been asked to attend meetings and put in our viewpoint. One of the negatives of Grey Power image is that we're considered to be greedy oldies. Well, we don't see it that way. What we're asking is that we want a fair slice of the cake. That it's not always, when you get into our age group, but when you're your age, our age group seems so far away. And I'll give you an example. I've been involved with the intermediate school and teaching kids indoor bowls, and when I said to one of the pupils, 12-year-old, 60 years ago I was at an intermediate school, they looked at me and said, nobody could be that old.
So how can you join Grey Power?
Well, it's easy. Just give me a phone call. That's it. But, there's no 800 number which I can give you. For any person in the Bay, Plenty Waikato can ring and they'll be put onto their local association. There's just about a Grey Power association in every town in the upper half of the North Island.
Well, you just told me there was 500 people in Matamata alone.
520, give or take any on any given day.
That's huge. And so you have to be 50 plus.
Well, we say 50 plus, but we've got people younger than 50 with special needs that join Grey Power because they have the needs that we're advocating in the health sector.
It's definitely a very good club to be a member, association to be a member of.
Nationwide, there's 62,000 people belong to Grey Power. From Taupo to Coromandel, there's 10,000.
Wow. Thank you very much for joining me in studio tonight. If you would like to find out more about Grey Power, you can call 0800 473 976 or the Matamata branch on 07 888 5540. Coming up next, a new cinema experience. If you have just joined us, welcome to Central News. A new cinema experience has launched in Hamilton and is the first of its kind in the country. The cinema hopes to offer moviegoers a more exciting and comfortable experience and has meant 30 new jobs have been created for Hamiltonians. Harriet went along to find out more.
So what is so different about this cinema?
If you could imagine your favourite movie house combined with a New York City street, that's what we like to think of Metro as. It's got an urban vibe, an American dining style food offer, and a no disturbance policy.
Are there any other sort of special features that the cinema is going to offer?
There are a couple. We're bringing late night movies back to Fridays and Saturdays in Hamilton, so you'll see them after 10 p.m. on those nights. We're also going to integrate them with a lot of hot food, American style diner options. So it'll be the gourmet hot dog and a beer or a Coke or something like that with your film special. So all that stuff will be coming from this Friday. The second part is something I'm kind of close to my heart, is we're going to bring back a lot of nostalgia to cinema. So we have a Metro Retro section coming. So we're bringing back a lot of old films, which will be a consistent part of the program. Some examples: Neverending Story, Princess Bride, Matrix Trilogy, Back to the Future Trilogy, Pulp Fiction, all that sort of stuff will be back on screen at the Metro.
And what will this new cinema concept mean for other cinemas sort of across the country in the future?
Look, I think it will, we certainly hope it will create a new standard for design. I think people will walk in here and go, we've set the bar at a new level. And it's really interesting with cinema that every time we build a new one, that's exactly what you try to achieve. So I think this will be the next thing that people will compare to, and they'll try to build something better again. But certainly we're proud of this offer, and we think it's going to last a little while now.
So with everything that's being done to the mall and the new reopening and obviously a lot of new stores going in, how do you think that's going to go on to affect the success of this new cinema?
Sure. I think that from our perspective, the city centre needed a lot of development to get people to come back. I think from a cinema perspective in the last couple of years, cinema goers have gone out of the city and back to the suburbs to watch film. So without the development in the city, to make a cinema successful here would have been quite difficult. So, we're certainly very excited about what the Centreplace Mall is doing, because there's an overall development, not just from cinema, but from restaurants, cafes, bars, shopping experiences. We're hoping to see a transition of habit and people coming back to the city centre, and by doing so, the cinema will benefit as a result.
For more information or to visit the cinema, you can find out all you need on the Hoyts movie website, hoyts.co.nz. That is the news for today. We really want you to be involved. So like us on Facebook and let us know your views. If you have news including your own video and photos, go to our website and hit upload. Thanks for joining us. I will be back tomorrow night with more guests from in and around the regions. I'm Hilary Entwistle. Have a lovely evening.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.